Hi there, it's Darlene. So finally, I am doing a review of Pass Your Challenge. And let's call it the good, the bad, and the really, really ugly, because that's what it is. So who am I? My name is Darlene Thompson. I know it says Darlene Fraser, but that's just my maiden name. So when I was out working, I developed a background in finance, accounting, project management, and international internet policy. Since I've been home disabled, I have been doing online work. I'm a blogger, affiliate marketer into crypto, and now doing a deep dive into gold and Forex through prop firms, which I'm very much enjoying. So I started up in prop firm trading, first of all, with a completely different company, with a completely different EA, and this was at the beginning of the year. And they crashed and burned. Their EA never was profitable, and they couldn't make it so, and so they ended up disappearing off the face of the earth, basically. Making a bit of a comeback now with under different management, but we shall see. So anyway, started with the EA. It's not it's not working. So I was on Facebook and I saw this advertisement from Pass Your Challenge saying, it's guaranteed we will pass your FTMO challenge. Wow, that was like a lifeline being thrown at me, down to me from heaven or something. So I grabbed it, yeah. And once I saw the EA, I saw, hey, I saw its potential. I saw how good it was, how flexible and everything. And so I glommed onto it. I adopted it hard and heavy. And I was a staunch supporter of the EA and of Pass Your Challenge and Axel as a whole. I was even an affiliate marketer for them because I really, really believed in them. I was a fool. I've done instructional videos on how to work the EA because Axel's videos aren't exactly very understandable. And a lot of people have really, really appreciated them because they are simplified. And since then, I've also learned a lot. And I'll share it with you today. So because I've done these instructional videos, I get asked a lot of questions from them. People will DM me through Telegram. My Telegram contact is always available in the description. So people will ask me, and they'll ask me like, does the EA work? Is it worth it? Will I make money with it? Does automation work? What about advanced coaching? All of these things. So I do try to answer them, and I'm going to answer them here. Is the EA any good? Yes, it's very good. I really love this EA. That is the God's honest truth. It's multi-purpose, it's very flexible, and it's not just martingale. It will do all kinds of different lot sizes, lot types, step lot, starting lot, sum lot. It's not just martingale. And it will work perfectly fine with all of this. It does have some glitches, but they're not horrible. You can still get along without it. I still use this EA. So I have no problem with that at all, with the EA in and of itself. Here's the problem. It's the horrible training. Axel will show you in his other videos that he's got this whole training course there, and it looks wonderful. I have learned a fair bit from there, but really, for a beginner that's just getting going, if you're just told, put in your lot size here, what if you don't know what a lot size is? What if you are a green beginner and you don't understand this stuff? If you don't understand, lot size, pip value, all kinds of things, then you're not going to be able to use the EA. So he does just show you each feature and what you can put in there, but he's not tying the separate functions together so that you can formulate a strategy, nor does he tell you how to do this. It's trial and error, really, and he says that. Oh, try plugging in different numbers and see what you get. So he's basically saying, go do it, but with trial and error. And what's also supposed to be there for help is the Discord channel, where you can supposedly discuss these things, get help, give help, and learn there. So how does Axel really make his money? Well, he says it's from the trading. He does all this trading and then the sales of the EA, of course. But he has zero proof of him actually trading. He'll show screenshots of MT4 and somebody or other making, of the money clocking in there. That's great. there's nobody's name on it. There never is on those MT4s. There's nobody's name on it. So we don't know where he got that from. He also never ever posts any types of payment proof going to him or anything at all with his name on it showing that he's making any kind of money through trading. So if he's not making his money through trading, why? I mean, what's he making his money off then? Oh, it's because he's an excellent marketer. Excellent marketer. Let's look at this. So I mentioned the Discord, and now I'm going to discuss it a bit more. I call it the Discord. The Discord channel there that they have is there to help learners to share their knowledge, to learn, to help each other. Axel's usually in there, and he's supposed to be there to help people, and it all sounds lovely. But do you want to know what really happens there? No, I'm going to show you. So basically, if you're not constantly supportive of Axel, never asking any kinds of questions, not even like, how do I work XYZ, you get booted. If you say anything at all that he doesn't like that day, you get booted. So look, here's how you're treated. So this is just a general example of how you get talked to when you're in Discord. This guy Benito, I don't know any of these people. It was so long ago that I was in Discord. But he's making some suggestions as to what could be done with the EA. Now, if I was the owner, if I didn't like it, I might go through the trouble of telling this guy how it won't work or if it would or not. But I certainly wouldn't talk to him with a complete rude disrespect that Axel does. So after this guy has offered his options, Axel says, "You're forgetting that adding one piece of code can mess up your original components and trigger new problems. Not stuff we want to deal with right now. And if you're losing your profits, you just don't know how to make the EA or how to use the EA or when to best use it. Get better." Since when do you talk to people like that, whether you're the owner of the company or not? I mean, really. And it's not stuff we want to deal with right now. Well, why not? I mean, the last several updates of the EA weren't updates at all. They're either just reposts of the original, or one came out that didn't even have the full equity protector on it. They'd just taken it down to like 2 different input zones. And it's like, oh my God, that was a big part of the EA. However, when people started, complaining about it on the Discord channel of, oh my God, where did the equity protector go? He's like, yeah, we'll try to put it back on there. And then it's like, if anybody keeps complaining about this, I'm going to boot you. Goodness knows he would too. And I'll show you that he will. So, so why don't we want to deal with it right now? Why don't they want to make the EA any better? Could it be he's got other irons in the fire, that he's, scamming people in other ways, and he doesn't really want to put in the trouble or money into the EA? Gotta wonder. So Benito says, you can then revoke this channel. Yeah, well, if he's not going to listen to any suggestions, what's the problem? What's the point of having the channel, rather? Axel, I can revoke your ideas. Yeah, forget about freedom of speech. You can't even have those ideas. Benito, I won't have wasted all this time writing. Axel, want me to feel pity for you? Or, yeah, that is a threat. That is a threat that he would kick this guy off of the Discord unless that guy shuts up right away. I have no idea how that all worked out. Didn't track it. Now, here's a guy that got booted for absolutely nothing. So his name is... So here we get a message from Fan or Escobar. Oh, Escobar, Mr. Escobar. Okay. Yeah, brother. Somebody. I was do my best with the EA, so he's doing his best with the EA. Now I have a lot more information. Let's see with results. He wants to test his results. I'm asking because we paid 1,000K. I think we need more love from the owner. I have a lot of DM chats and many questions. There are many questions on the set file that he tries to answer to everyone, but it's too much. I'm back to show my results. And look at, there's a little star emoji there and the little 100 emoji there. Remember those two. This one person that actually thought he had a good idea. And then somebody else
said, hey, where you been? He says, thank you, my friend. If you need help, I'm here for you. And then Axel says, more love? Laughing my fucking ass off. Want me to hold your hand, bro? And trade for you too? Smacking my head. So this is how he treats someone that's just asking for a bit more help. And then notice the four people, laughing. It's like those are his little toadies. These are newbies who are still entranced with Pass Your Challenge, the EA, and with Axel, and then they'll all come to his defense. And for people that have been there for longer and that actually know better, they'll just all turn on you in no time, until they get into the situation themselves of getting screwed over. Then, their attitude changes, but it's just a bunch of vipers in there right now, and it's very difficult, and especially with Axel, is actually promulgating that attitude. So here's further on Mr. Escobar. He said, I attend the live calls. I'm talking about the start with a bot. Just example, live sessions, how to use the bot. You're the owner. You must have the best strategies and the best set files for us. We trust in this project and support you. That's why my questions is for all our love. We deserve that love to give to us all the secrets and have good keys to do better things. Axel. Oh, and this first line is awesome. And you remember this. I disagree. That nullifies our advanced programs. Advanced programs. So it nullifies your advanced programs. In other marketing terms, would that be upsells? And then he goes on, the best set files are already provided, or else people wouldn't have any results at all. Well, if everybody used those set files, then why isn't everybody happy? Why aren't they seeing results? And this guy, obviously, Axel is not going to help at all. Then you got one guy saying the only reason they're doing well is because of the amazing coaching staff. Well, that is from the advanced coaching that he offers. That is one of the upsells. So it's like, let's not train anybody in here how to properly use the EA, and then they can be upsold to either advanced coaching, or what he does the most of is automation, which is the biggest scam that he's doing right now. So that's why I disagree that nullifies our advanced programs. So sure, if you don't buy into one of his advanced programs, then you get stuck. And then Axel says, him and the other guys reacting to the post are people who have been here for a while, yet somehow still can't figure anything else. Y'all should just leave this Discord and try a different strategy. This EA is not for slow brains. Wow. Really, Axel? I mean, seriously. This guy was asking in so nice a manner. It wasn't being in the least bit rude, nothing. And yet Axel comes back to him on this. And remember how I said in this previous slide here, the guy that did the crown and the 100 on Mr. Escobar's first comment, he got kicked just for liking it. And I'll show that to you in one of Axel's videos. So, guys 2 and 3 who got banned shortly after. Well, number 2 would have been the guy that liked Mr. Escobar's comment. This is the next to go, Will. You just can't talk like this in the Discord there. It says, so Axel, did you ban Mr. Escobar because he said that, and then he quoted what you just saw? That's really nice, for real. He's a great teacher here, having good results and helping others, and you banned him because he was asking for more love from you? So the other guy comes in, well, what happened? Will says, well, what happened is that Axel is banning anyone who opens his mouth. So you better keep it quiet and not rant about the EA or anything about this company. Seriously, Axel, I don't think you understand that if you are able to pay for your lifestyle in Dubai and your materialistic needs, that's because all of the blue named guys here have paid you money. So the blue named guys are just, users. They're just normal folk like you and I. Anybody in a different color is like an instructor or one of the guys who works for Axel or whatever. Let's just go back here for a second. See, Axel's name is in green, everybody else's name is in blue, so that's how you can tell the learners from, the other people. So yeah, everybody here in blue has paid you money, has been paying, is helping to pay your expenses in your wickedly lifestyle in Dubai. And Axel has shown his Lamborghinis and his office and all kinds of stuff that he's got and that the guys working for him have got. So he's raking in the money, or that's certainly what he wants us to believe, and I actually don't doubt him. So, another one bites the dust. I think that this might be guy number 2, the one that agreed with Mr. Escobar, but I'm not totally sure. So he says, how can I be months inside if I bought the PYC only on the 12th of October? And it's now, the December 17th? So, yeah, he's only had it for 2 months. I've been posting and helping when someone asks something. I don't think it's fair. You ban me for this. Doesn't make any sense. Of course, I can be useful to the community if you make me back in. And how do you want me to prove being profitable? This comes up later. He's actually asking people to prove that they're profitable before he lets them back in the Discord. Now, if you've only been there for a bit, how can you possibly be profitable? This is new and it's bullshit. If I have paid for this and only for not posting, you ban me from the group, it's unfair. And then he posts about something that somebody else did to him was really nasty. And he asks about this unfair banning, and you can see this going on in the second slide. And this PYC support, as you can see it's from them. They say, yep, it's a permanent ban. And he asks why. And all they say is, yep. So, no, they have no respect for their customers. And there are a lot of assholes in that group. And then he does ban this guy for nothing. This guy didn't even speak up and say anything. He just liked Mr. Escobar's comment. It's like, what? What? That's enough to get you banned? Yeah, it is.
So this is Axel's video. He did a Q&A, and Mr. Escobar came on here to ask Axel, what's up. And I find Axel's response to be really quite interesting, to say the least.
Okay, well, look at this guy. Like, do you think spamming me like this, posting this a billion times is going to get you an answer? Like, bro, you got banned because you're a fucking jackass, and I'm going to ban you again from my YouTube. Boom. 1, 2, 3. Banned. Fucking dumb people, bro. I hate dumb people. Anyways.
Seriously? He was saying Mr. Escobar was being a jerk, or did you say jackass? I can't remember which, but anyways, he was the politest person on the earth, and this is how he sees people. Just someone to go, boom, you're gone. Oh, this guy's pride is just insane. Okay, so I believe this is the second guy, the one that agreed with Mr. Escobar, that put the emojis there. That's all he did, is put emojis. He didn't even say anything. So, let's see.
Hello, brother. I've got banned also from Discord without any reason. I've contacted. Yeah, no, you did get banned for a reason. Like I told him, you've been with us for a long time and you're still not profitable and you're supporting like the other losers. Like, bro, we don't do that. Like I said, out here, I want to build the community. Winners, people who win, people who get results. I don't want to hear about complainers and idiots.
Seriously. So this guy was helping other users, who he now calls losers. What? So he's been there for a couple months. He's been supporting others. He's been trying to help others already. Yet now he gets branded as being, supporting the other losers. Oh, really? So this guy's been being helpful and he gets banned. Like, what? This is insane. Oh, by the way, you losers that are in his Discord still. Yeah, that would be you guys. Oh, I just can't believe this. Oh, I can because I've been in his group. Here's another.
Hello, Axel. I'm in your group. I bought your EA. Could you add me in the group of Discord? If you send me some results and that you're profitable with the EA, I'll let you in. If not, then no.
Oh, what is this?
This guy has paid for the EA, which is also then paying for Discord. You used to have to pay for that separately. But even whether you paid for the Discord or not, well, actually, no, that does matter. Even if you paid for the EA that includes the Discord channel or not, this guy will bump you. He'll just, if he doesn't like you, if he hasn't got laid that day, I mean, really, Axel, get a girlfriend or a boyfriend. We don't care. But then he'll just boot you. And what is this new tangent he's going off on now? As you've got to be profitable to be in his Discord channel? Excuse me? If you're going through a sales staff before you've even bought it, then you're told that the Discord channel is there for people who are learning and to be helped and to get the help. Now, he's putting people off because they're not profitable and you're a bunch of losers. And so, oh my God. So now, yeah, everybody who isn't profitable is a loser. If you're in this Discord and you're not profitable, and this is what he really thinks of all of you, do you think he'd have any qualms about booting your butt should anything go wrong at all? Of course not. So whether you've already bought the EA or you're out there thinking of buying it, you are just an untapped money source to him, and you are a loser to him. That's what he really thinks about you. So, yeah, this is my story and another's. I got easily kicked from the Discord. As you can tell, I've got a bit of a mouth on me, perhaps. But yeah, actually, all I was doing, as I said, I was really excited back then. I was happy. I was making these little videos that were training people. People loved them. They were getting helped. I thought I was making a difference. And Axel just got pissed at me and just kicked me for no reason from the Discord. So that's one thing. I mean, Discord is the only way you can get better with this, really, once you've gone through his training. The only training he does very good on is the psychology training, which is bizarre when he comes out with this kind of garbage. You know, you got to be profitable. You're a loser. You're supporting other losers. Oh my God. So anyways, I was acting perfectly nice on Discord. I was putting out these instructional videos. He didn't like them. And so I got kicked. And I was like, whatever. And I even did, go back to support. They went to Axel and it's like, nope, it's a permanent ban, just like the other guys. It's like, okay, fine. Then about a month ago, they actually booted me from the website. Now, this is kind of an important thing to note because it's a very important thing to note. If you get booted from your website, that's where all the training stuff is. But more importantly, that's where every month the EA, the new monthly EA gets put up. Why? Because when you buy the EA, it's only good for a month and then it won't work anymore. And you got to go back to the website and re-download the new version. This is, I guess, hoping that people, if he were to put on one with no end date, he thinks that people might sell it to other people. Fact of the matter is you can easily pick up that EA, a cracked version of it that works every bit as good as this one. But for most people who can't do that, who don't know how to do that, then they've all of a sudden been cut off from the EA itself. So think about it. You pay $1,000 for Discord and for the EA. Can kick you from Discord at any time he wants. And if you think you've bought that EA for life, no, you haven't, because he can easily revoke your sign-in privileges to the website, and then you have no EA whatsoever. So and will he reimburse you? No, don't be silly. This guy doesn't reimburse. Once he's got your money, he's not reimbursing you. All right. Now, I have I put a link in the description to this other lady's her YouTube. She doesn't have an actual YouTube channel. She just recorded about how she got scammed. Her YouTube channel is called Knowledge Briefcase. She says she doesn't have much in the way of other uploads there. She just wanted to. She figured she should do this one on the on her bad experience with the PYC EA, or no, actually with Pasture Challenge. Axel as a whole, his company. So she bought the EA. She gets kicked from Discord. I don't know why. And then they also kicked her from the website. So that means she cannot get her monthly downloads anymore of the EA. So they basically taken the EA from her. Did she get her money back? No, 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 no. You never get your money back. That's just silly. Yeah, and so she put this all together and showed exactly what she went through, and that they didn't refund her money. They gave her this EA, lied about it like crazy, like with everybody else, and then, basically took it away from her. This isn't right. You have bought it for lifetime, and yet they can cut it off at any time. So, did you really buy it, or are you just renting it? Really, you're just renting it because they can pull the rug out from under you at any time. Why the EA will never work for you. And I'm sorry, these are just, I hate bringing up problems without having a solution, but here's what it is. It's never going to work for you. Because if you don't understand basic market structure, you won't make it. You can't. If you don't know what a PIP is, if you don't know what a lot size is, what's a stop loss, what's a take profit, what's, any of this, if this is all Greek to you, then don't get the EA because you don't know enough. And he knows this as well, but it doesn't matter. He points at this wonderful training course he's done, but it's also high level that it won't help you in the actual workings of the EA, and it never teaches you about actual trading. So again, you're not going to make it. If you don't know how to calculate step size, lot size, take profit, and other things, you're not going to make it. The markets during every day change. So whether you're trading Tokyo, London, or New York, or all three, they all have different qualities to watch out for. They all move differently. Can you just splat an EA on there and, set and forget it like they told you could? No. You can't, because the market changes every few hours depending on, what is open, which of the markets are open. Also, it changes during the year. Like in December, it's awful. December's one of the worst years, and it's notorious. I mean, this is every year. December is horrible to trade in. But are you warned about that? No. So few ever get it working reliably, and nobody is actually taught how to. The ones that do pass are generally ones that have figured out manual trading and maybe use the EA as well with it, which is what I do actually. So everybody's looking for that magic set file that they're going to be able to just plonk on the EA, and then they can plonk the EA and let it go and let it trade for them and make tons of money because that's what they've been told it does. It doesn't work. There is no magic set file ever. It is not for beginners. It is not set and forget. So you can get the EA for free. I mean, no, you can't actually. I don't know anywhere. Maybe you can. I don't know. Even if you were to have gotten the EA for free, you're not going to be able to use it unless you understand all of these other concepts, which takes far, far, far more training than Axel's ever going to put up for you or anybody else. I know this from having been through it myself. Axel himself confirms that it's not set and forget. So no matter how you bought into this, you're not going to get a set and forget. You're not going to get an easy EA. It's just not the way it works. And Axel knows this, even though he has his sales team selling it as such.
Setting, for example,
This is true.
Starting in max class 0.2. Well, I can't really give you, those are just numbers, right? At the end of the day, it depends on the pair, it depends on the time of the market. For example, like I said, this month versus last month is completely different, right? And if you don't adapt your strategy and you don't adapt your way of trading, you're going to lose. If you trade this month the same way you did last month, you're going to lose.
See, so there's all kinds of trading advice, which is 100% true, that you never get told at the beginning. You never get told when you're doing the course either. It doesn't come out in the course. You're never told this stuff. So, yeah, no. Next, knowing the market. Again, what he says is very true. Are you told this stuff up front? No, you're not.
In your strategy, do you only turn on the EA in perfect consolidation, or you have an approach a bit more like Claysol? So normally it doesn't have to be perfect consolidation, right? But with a month like December, it's more dangerous not doing that. In my opinion, this is just my opinion. You can trade however you want, and you might have better results, right? But in my opinion, on a month like this, where there's so much uncertainty, it's the end of the year, and liquidity is leaving the markets, and there's holidays coming up, and there's Christmas, and all kinds of shit, all combined during 1 month. To me, it makes more sense to be a sniper with it, like I explained before.
See? So he's telling you all the things he has to know, all the things you have to know. He does mention consolidation in his videos. He shows you what it looks like. So basically you need to be watching the charts, or, you know, goodness knows what can happen during the market to make it go all screwy, and that will blow your account unless you've got your property equity protection settings on, or you will just lose a crap load of money. Because you can't just use it as set and forget. He knows this. But what does the sales team tells you? Hey, you are guaranteed to pass your FTMO challenge with this EA, which is complete and utter crap. If you don't know the stuff about the markets, if you don't know the basics of trading, you're not going to be able to work this EA or any EA. I mean, frankly, since I got booted from their website, although they did put me back on because they couldn't prove me of doing any wrongdoing, which I hadn't. But since then, I thought, yeah, I don't want to be dependent upon these guys to have to, renew my EA every month, because they can kick me at any time they want if I dare say anything wrong. So I'll bet you money right now that they're going to kick me as soon as they see this. It's just, I'll be off of their website. See you guys. But that's okay, because I've already bought the EA at a small fraction of the cost that he is charging. And you know what? The cracked version works every bit as good as his comes with the same glitches, and it doesn't add any of its own, and I don't have to wait every month on a promise that he could take away from me at any time he wants to. So, I don't know. It's just crazy. Here's what you need to know. Here's what it takes to become a trader. Read it. You need the experience. You need this. Read the blue stuff. Spend your first 3 years just mastering basic trading plays and pushing yourself every day to get better. Yes, that's what it takes, 3 years. And he's saying, oh no, just take this EA and you'll do just fine. No, you won't. Trust me, you won't. And it does take 3 years if you're working at it normally, unless you want to really go into a deep dive and, just immerse yourself in it. You could get it done shorter than that, but we're talking about hours and hours and hours every day, daily. I had one twit DM me and ask me if he could learn this stuff in 3 days, and I'm like, go away. So, yeah, no. This isn't a quick process, and it's being sold as such. You buy into it, and then just frustration follows. Does automation work? Absolutely not. It's a total scam. I will show you how it works and how it's continually churning out money for Axel, and how he keeps it churning, and why you will never, ever make money off of this. So does automation work? The answer to that is a strong no. It's a total scam. I'll show you how it works and how it's continually churning out money for Axel and how he keeps it churning. For that, we kind of need to follow the money and also the psychology behind what he's doing. So just imagine, we've got this whole pool of people that have purchased the EA for $1,000 a piece. Now, he says that his Discord channel has about 200 people on it, so you can do the math there. So you've got all of these people that have bought the EA, and they're unable to get profitable. They aren't making money. They're trying different settings. They're coming up blank. They're getting frustrated. Axel's telling them they're stupid. He's telling other people they're stupid. So people get very frustrated. I mean, they're feeling down on themselves, and like, I can't do this by myself. And it's all this nasty, seething array that Axel has created by not giving enough training and not giving enough instruction and support to the learners so that he can upsell them on automation and on advanced coaching. But automation is the big scam. So These people are frustrated, they're not making it. And then Axel throws out a limited seating for automation that everybody then will jump on and pay ridiculous prices for just because they're desperate. And that's exactly why it's done that way. I know when I got into automation, when I took it up and he put out, limited seating for automation, 10 seats. And then, of course, when I was on the phone or on Telegram with sales, and they were like, even, oh, it's only one seat left. You gotta hurry. As I was trying to get my Bitcoin together, and it's like, yeah, right. And then I find out later that there was like 30 to 50 other people that got taken in on that intake as well. And then he did another intake shortly thereafter and has been doing them constantly ever since. So think 10 to 50, 10 people. Yeah, well, just assume 30 to 50 easily enough. And I heard from quite a number of people that got in on my intake and that never made a penny. And I kept asking, well, do you know anybody that has, are we just that unlucky? And they're like, yeah, we don't know anybody. I don't know anybody. And then they were showing me screenshots from other people. And it's like, oh no, everybody's getting screwed. Like, I really don't know a single person who has gotten any account management. All they've gotten is blown accounts. So let me explain the math behind the huge profits to be made by blowing accounts. Axel covers it by saying, how would that benefit us? Well, let me show you how. So here we see a guy that he's already passed the challenge, or he's into deep drawdown basically. I don't believe he has passed the challenge. It's hard to say. And he's like, Axel, can you get me out of it? I'm on my challenge. Yeah, he's on his challenge. Can you help? And Axel's like, well, there's no guarantees, which is very true. If you're already in drawdown, it'd be difficult to bring you up out of that. But he's also saying that he'll do it, which is amazing. So obviously this guy is going to be paying the upfront fee because Axel's not going to do this out of the kindness of his heart. I think we can all agree on that one. So he definitely wants that upfront fee. But what about the 50-50 split for doing the account management? Does he want that?
Do you manage already funded accounts of any amount from 200 to 500? The management hasn't guaranteed the money back of the funded account. No. We don't like to manage accounts that you pass yourself. If you pass yourself, then why won't you manage it yourself? It doesn't make sense, right? As well as it just doesn't make sense for us. Like we want to take the customer from A to Z, right? We want to take him from, hey, brand new challenge account, here you go, do everything. Boom, he gives it to us. Within a month we have everything done. Sometimes it's much less than a month, but like we take care of everything, Then after he sees those results, most likely he's gonna be like, okay, I want you guys to manage it as well. Boom, then we manage it. Then we just build a long-term relationship rather than, I don't know. Yeah, I don't like taking on stuff that's already done. It's also less money for us, right? At the end of the day, we're a business.
So does he want to manage your account? I mean, here's a guy with a perfectly good account and he's wanting someone else to manage it for him. Must not be feeling too confident in himself. And look at the way Axel at the very beginning said, no. He didn't even have to think of that. In fact, he was noodling about on his cell phone while he said no. And he kind of had a sneer on his face. And he didn't have to think about it at all. No. Okay, so then what's he then mealy-mouthing about saying, oh yeah, we prefer to make a long-term, commitment to our clients and, we want to get to know them, be with them, grow with them, all that kind of stuff. And it's like, have you seen how he talks to people in my previous slides? I mean, and then he's dodging people left, right, and center. Does that sound like a guy that wants to get to know you and to help you out long-term? No. So he doesn't want to manage an account. So why not? Think about it. He's only going to get a 50-50 cut. And on that guy, he's not going to get that upfront fee. So he has no interest. As he said, he makes less money. Well, so if managing accounts isn't worth money to him, then he's only after the front end fee. And that's not surprising because basically they get the fee from you. Say you're going to pay $2,500 to them for them to pass and manage a 100K account, let's say. Their prices fluctuate, so, this is around about what it is. You then go out and pay the $500 to FTMO or to whomever, and then automation takes it over. And in their normal rules, and unless you got in on the Black Friday deal, is that they will they'll pass your challenge for you. If they're unable to, then they will give you the amount that you paid to the prop firm back to you. So say in this account, or in this example, it's $500. So they charge you $2,500 for automation. You pay $500 to the prop firm. They blow your account. They give you your $500 back, leaving them with a net profit of at least $2,000 on the low end. Now, if you're doing this in bulk for like 30 to 50 people at a time, and you're getting just as many as you can through there, and you have no intention of actually managing an account because it's not going to make him money, isn't it much better idea to just flip the accounts as fast as you can and get that $2,000 and much more coming in and coming in and coming in? To me, it's pretty obvious which one he would want. So you got to ask yourself, wouldn't it be profitable for him to do the account management for the 50-50 split? Well, that depends on a few things. Talented traders, ones that you can rely on, cost a bucket full of money. And in this video, he's about to tell you how there is a talent shortage in Dubai. He's just trying to get 2 phone guys, probably sales guys on the phone. And that's not that, it's something that can be easily trained. Yet, he's having a hard time getting them. How hard would it be in Dubai to actually hire talented traders? The cost must be through the sky. And as he said, it's just not as easy to get as in North America. And frankly, even in Canada, where he was living for a while, if you try to hire these kind of people, you're going to be paying an arm and a leg. And so rather than getting the 50-50 split, why doesn't he just hire a bunch of these people and make money that way? No, because he's figured out a more surefire way of making money, like I just told you about. But let's hear about this talent shortage in Dubai.
Yeah, so I just finished the interviews with the 2 people. Honestly, both of them are good. Both of them are pretty good compared to the other people, I'm telling you. Unfortunately, the talent level out here in Dubai is not necessarily the best compared to the US or Canada or whatever. But yeah, it is what it is. For support reps, it's not going to be a big issue. We can train them, we can teach them everything, right? It is what it is. But out of like a flock of over 100 people that we had to go through, we found 2 that are solid. They're getting interviewed tomorrow in person, so maybe we'll have that as a segment in the video as well. But yeah, 2 people, they're doing pretty good tomorrow.
So there you heard it. There's a talent shortage in Dubai. So notice how he's got these new offices, and he's got all of his sales staff all cozied up around him. But where are the traders? If he's got traders working for him, wouldn't they be right there where he can keep an eye on them too? But they're not. Okay, so that means he's outsourcing. So these people are not real traders that he is outsourcing it to, or else he wouldn't be making any money. If he has to hire traders and he's only getting 50% of the money, that is, if he's making money on that at all, it's got to be a very slim profit margin. He doesn't want slim profit margin. He wants to make a bang. He wants to get as much money as soon as possible. So yeah, he doesn't want to actually manage people's accounts. Why would he? So here's another blown automation account. So you can see, you can track it through here. The first slide, the guy pays for his automation account through Bitcoin. So he's got no recourse. It's like if he'd paid on a credit card, he could have gone back and, caused trouble over it being a scam. and maybe gotten some money back, but no, their preferred method of payment is, of course, cryptocurrency, because it's untraceable and there's no way you're ever going to get it back, period. So this guy paid in crypto, and then he's waiting, basically, and we see what he's just checking in and saying to FX Automation. I'm just checking because I know there's a lot of scams out there. A guy named Andres reached out to me and said my login info isn't working, but it is for me. So that's a BS thing from Andre, the account manager, because if the login and password are working on for one, was working for this guy, it's got to be working on the other end. So FX Automation came back with, hey, yeah, Andres is your manager who has informed me he's having an issue. Then he says, here's where you can talk to Andre. And obviously this guy has already been contacted by Andre. So he already knows the guy's Telegram information. So the guy comes back and said, I texted him, just waiting for reply. Thank you. And then he's back a little bit later and he says, can anyone reach him? And FX Automation came back and said, well, push him to respond. So guy says, okay, I'll be waiting. Next day. Good morning. How are we looking today? You guys called me for the 2K and asked me if I was serious. I paid the 2K and not one person consistently communicated to get my 100K challenge started. My password works and Andre has been online and has not gotten back to me. I told you guys I have child support and other stuff going on. I had to save up for your program. What happens? What happened? So we can see another step in this in the white area. He gets ignored and passed around. So FX Automation comes back to him and says, contact your manager directly. And again, gives him Andre's telegram. And the guy's like, okay, I wouldn't have been patient by then, I'll tell you. So then in the final slide here, you could see the screenshot that this guy sent to the team. And when it says Axel, it's not necessarily Axel. It's probably one of his team members and not him. So basically, the screenshot is showing how he was trying to get a hold of this Andre guy. The Andre guy was seeing it but not answering. And then when this guy actually phoned him over Telegram, Andre hung up on him. So this guy, Pierre Scott, goes back to Axel and said, this is your team, bro. I didn't disrespect by going to the thread like how many others do. Okay, that would be to the Discord. And that is strictly not allowed. If you're in automation, see, what happens is a lot of these people in automation, they can't get any satisfaction. They can't get a hold of Axel or FX Automation or anybody to give them any kind of answers. So they start bringing it up on the Discord. Well, that is strictly not allowed. You bring up automation on the Discord or any problem you're having with it, you're instantly banned from the Discord, period. No questions asked. Because they don't want any, and your comments will be taken down. Because they don't want any negativity on their Discord channel. They want to be able to sell plenty more of these automation accounts, but not, and have the two completely separate so that people don't interact. So, and this has been proven out. So, poor buddy says at the last there, well, at this point, I feel like I've been scammed. Well, yeah, you have been. I already have been contacting what you sent me. They've been logging in and not paying any attention to my messages. Your account manager that you hired is ignoring my calls, and he was live. He did it twice. I took that money from my kids' savings so that they can be ahead, and I'm being ignored on all ends. They were so on point when getting my money, and now I'm getting nothing. It's not like I'm being a pain in the ass. Being that you are the boss, what's up with your team that you keep sending me to? I told people at my job about this, and they're asking me about the results so that I can get them in. I can't even say anything. Y'all also just did another advertisement for automation for 10 more people. And so we know that if they're putting out a call for 10 more people, they're taking in far more than that. They can't keep up with the demand, and they don't want to keep up with it. They don't want to be passing and having to deal with running your account. So, as I said, they'll either pass it, they'll either blow it on the challenge, or they'll pass the challenge and blow it immediately thereafter. And on this guy, he can't even get a hold of the guy. He's not even going to trade for him. And that they've pulled that stunt on others before as well. So the final upsell is advanced coaching. This also costs $2,500. I have no idea if there's a money back return or not. I sincerely doubt it. So basically, the training videos are so inadequate when you just buy the EA, and I've gone through this already, that the training videos are totally inadequate and people are losing their shirts. So then this is one of the upsells that Axel can sell to them, because he doesn't provide adequate training, from the get-go. So the training, so then he says, hey, okay, why don't you do advanced training? And it costs $2,500. Now, from all I've heard from everybody that's gone into that, is that the training is excellent and that they're learning so much and they're getting so much better. So, I mean, that's wonderful that there is a program that's working. But really, I mean, this training should have been included with the EA. But without this training, becoming successful with the EA is nearly impossible. So if you've already got the EA and you're thinking about automation, don't do it. If you're thinking about automation because you don't have the time to put into the advanced training and you don't want to learn this stuff yourself, and that's why you're thinking of automation, then just don't do it. I mean, you should leave now and be happy you've only lost $1,000. I'm sorry, that's the way it is. If you want to put in the effort to actually learn this stuff and not be dependent upon someone else or their EA, then you need to learn how to do some manual training and get fully trained on the EA and everything about it. That's what advanced coaching will give you. And as I said, without this, you'll not be successful if you've already got the EA. If you don't have the EA, just run screaming. So the 4 questions from the beginning: does the EA work? Absolutely it does. Can I make money with the EA? No. Does automation work? No. Total scam. How about advanced coaching? It's good, and it's likely to be your only saving grace if you've gone through this program, because of the way it's set up, as I explained. This is your only chance of being successful and getting out of this. This program is simply a dictatorship built upon lies in a system stacked to continually suck more and more money out of you. And that's all it is. Hey, so if you found this video to be at all useful, if you appreciate it all, I would really appreciate it if you could give it a thumbs up and a subscribe. And this actually means something, because the more thumbs up, subscribes, and comments a video gets, it pushes it higher and higher up in the algorithm. So I don't want, for Pass Your Challenge to be all over the space without anybody else's videos getting in. So if you do, as I say, like, subscribe, comment, then it will push it higher up in the algorithm, and I hope then it will reach more people to give more warning. Also, you can copy the link and share it widely with your friends. Share it to anybody who you think might benefit from it. Okay? So I really do appreciate that. And if you like this at all, and you feel like shopping at Amazon, please use my affiliate link in the description. I hope you have a lovely Christmas. And if it's the new year for you, have a great new year. Bye-bye.